Dracula, Chapter 2. The next day Jonathan ate breakfast by himself. Then he walked through the castle. The halls were empty, deserted. Did the Count live here all alone? Jonathan came to a door. It was locked. He tried another door. It was locked too. He tried many more. They were all locked. Strange, thought Jonathan. Finally he came to a door that opened. Inside was a room full of books. Many were about England. A large map of England was on the wall. It was marked with red circles. There was a circle around London, where the Count's new house was, and there was a circle around Whitby, a town near the sea. Mina visited Whitby every summer. Remembering Mina, Jonathan felt lonely. I will be home soon, he thought. Before long it was night. The wolves began to howl. The Count appeared. "Hello, Mr. Harker," he said. "I see you have found my books about England. I have many. I like England very much." "Yes," said Jonathan, "so do I." "Soon I will go there," said the Count, "to the house I have bought, Carfax Abbey. But first I must learn to speak English." "You speak English very well," said Jonathan. "Not well enough. I wish to speak it perfectly, and you must teach me," said the Count. "Every day for a month." Jonathan's face fell. "You want me to stay here for a month?" The Count's voice was cold. "Yes, and remember, Mr. Hawkins said that you would follow my wishes. Now you must do as I say. Write to him. Tell him you are happy here, that you want to stay with me." Jonathan was not happy at all, but the Count waited until Jonathan wrote the letter. Then he took it quickly. "I will see you tomorrow," he said, and he was gone. That night Jonathan could not sleep. He did not want to stay at Castle Dracula. He longed to go home. Why was the Count making him stay? He did not need English lessons. There must be some other reason, but what was it? The following night the Count came to Jonathan. Again he did not eat. He talked about his family, the Draculas. "We are strong," he said, "proud. We have fought many wars. We have won them all. We have killed all our enemies. Nothing can defeat us. Nothing." The Count's eyes shone. His mouth was cruel. He looked evil. "I must leave here," thought Jonathan. "This man frightens me." The next day he was alone again. He tried to open the castle doors, but they were locked. He was trapped, a prisoner. That night Jonathan was shaving in his room. He used a small mirror that he had brought from England. There were no mirrors in the castle. He heard someone behind him. It was the Count, but the Count did not appear in Jonathan's mirror. Jonathan turned white. A terrible thought came to him. The Count was not human. Jonathan's hand began to shake. He cut himself with his razor. A bright line of blood dripped down his face. The Count stared at Jonathan's cut. "You are bleeding," he said. His hand reached out for Jonathan's throat. Jonathan did not dare to move. Then the Count's hand stopped. He drew back. Suddenly, he looked sick. "You are wearing a cross," he gasped. Yes, answered Jonathan. He looked in the mirror again. No count. Was Dracula a ghost? Now the Count looked angry. Mirrors cause nothing but trouble, he said. He grabbed the mirror and threw it out the window. There was a tiny crash as it broke on the ground far below. The Count gripped Jonathan's arm. His nails were very sharp. They hurt. I will see you tomorrow, Mr. Harker, he said. It was like a warning. After the Count had gone, Jonathan stood at his window. Far below, bits of broken mirrors sparkled in the moonlight. Jonathan wished that he was on the ground too, outside Castle Dracula, on his way home. He leaned out the window. It was a long, long way down.